Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really getting into something fascinating, the algorithmic self.
hmm
Basically, how AI is reshaping human identity, our
Yeah.
decisions, and maybe even how we see ourselves.
Yeah, it's huge because, in 2025, algorithms aren't just tools anymore.
Right. They're almost like, what was that term? Violent co-authors?
Exactly. Silent co-authors of our tastes, our routines, even what we believe.
Think about Spotify figuring out your next favorite song.
Mm.
Or, well, TikTok shaping what's cool.
Or ChatGPT helping write your emails. It's woven into everything.
So our mission here really is to unpack how these AI systems, these recommendation engines, are subtly, influencing who we are. What happens when they're not just suggesting things, but actively guiding us, maybe even defining us? It's a big question for right now.
It absolutely is. And looking at the research, what's striking is that this isn't just about data or making things easier. As AI gets more personal, more embedded in our lives, it's fundamentally about who we are becoming.
So this deep dive is really about identity, tech, ethics, all wrapped up together.
Yeah, and the kind of invisible code that's running in the background of our days.
Okay, so let's dig into that influence. One thing that jumps out is this idea of decision-making on autopilot.
Right.
It's not just about being efficient. These systems, they learn us so well, they start to gently steer our choices.
Totally. It could be something small, like which restaurant pops up first on your food app.
Or bigger things, like career paths suggested based on what you browse online.
And it's not just suggesting, it can lead to what some call preference distortion.
Meaning,
You might actually start to believe you prefer something just because the algorithm kept pushing it your way. It feels like your choice, but it was nudged.
wow, so that hints at maybe a subtle loss of our own agency.
It definitely raises that question, and it connects to this other concept, the mirror effect.
Okay, the mirror effect.
Yeah, people are starting to see themselves reflected back in the content the algorithm shows them and then define themselves by it.
So not just, oh, YouTube thinks I like productivity videos.
No, it's more like the algorithm helps build this aspirational identity. It pushes
Mhm.
stuff that makes you want to be that productivity nerd or whatever it is.
Even if it wasn't really you to begin with.
Potentially, yes. You might buy things, change habits, all to fit this identity the algorithm sort of co-created for you.
That's pretty powerful. And it makes you think, what about when this shaping moves from just consuming things to how we express ourselves, especially for creators online?
Yeah.
There's this tension, right, between being creative and just curating what works.
Well, absolutely. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram,
yeah.
their algorithms heavily influence what gets made.
Because the goal is reach, views.
Exactly. Reach over, maybe pure originality. If a certain dance or meme takes off, creators feel pressure to copy it.
Which could kind of stifle unique voices, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Favoring what the algorithm likes.
It definitely raises questions about creative authenticity and what that means for culture overall.
And this algorithmic influence, it doesn't stop at creativity, does it?
Yeah.
What about emotions, intimacy?
No, the emotional algorithm is a big part of this too. Think about dating apps.
Okay.
They're optimizing for compatibility based on data. Are we learning to prefer algorithmically matched partners over, the messy, organic way connections usually form?
Good point. And then there are AI companions, mental health bots.
Right? Are we swapping real emotional work and vulnerability for these optimized interactions that might feel good but lack true connection?
That word curation seems key here.
Yeah.
Which brings us to maybe the most talked about effect,
Yeah.
the echo chambers.
Ah, yes, the echo chambers and identity reinforcement.
So many people seem to live in these bubbles defined by the algorithm, yeah.
Definitely. Your identity gets constantly confirmed, but rarely challenged,
You just see stuff that aligns with what you already think or what the algorithm thinks you think.
leading to potentially a narrower view of the world and maybe even a skewed sense of self.
But it's not all just echo chambers reinforcing things, is it? There's another side.
Well, that's what's interesting. While that reinforcement happens, we're also seeing this counter movement. Call it digital minimalism or algorithmic resistance.
Okay, like people pushing back.
Exactly. People consciously unplugging or being super careful about what they consume. Some even try to hack their feeds
Okay.
by deliberately looking for diverse content, different viewpoints, just to break out of that algorithmic flow and, take back control of their attention.
So bringing this back to you listening,
Yeah.
how much are these silent co-authors shaping your world?
Yeah.
Your preferences, what you believe, how you see yourself?
It really leaves us with that core philosophical question that comes up again and again in the research. If your feed shapes your thinking, Who are you, really?
Something to think about.
Definitely something to mull over as we all try to figure out this new landscape of identity in tech.